Chill out, man. No fight, man. Hey, what's going on? We'll be in time. Hey, Wayne, Void, Cheryl. Hope everybody's doing good. Best in as much as I could. That's what's up. Good. Not bad. Not bad. Today was pretty good. Slept most of the day. What? I'm back to bed just saying hi. Hey, appreciate that one. Have a good one, man. Hey, Zillet. Okay, I just got a sore and a cough. Oh, I hope that gets better for you, sure. These motherfuckers cost so much, I wouldn't be surprised if we be catching our colds from them. Nasty motherfuckers. Surprised I got a notification this time. It's real. Yeah, they be fidgeting with my shit too. Drink lemon tea from Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly. I heard of that. I heard of that somewhere before. And that's an airplane. It's an airplane right now. Finally, I got on here. Nappy. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, yeah, I do. They hold back a lot of. Hold up. Here we go. Here we go. I'm getting thrown. I just thrown at my car while on the freeway. First time damaged my windshield. Damn, man. That's fucked up. See, these people are literally putting people's lives in danger, man. I remember somebody got on here and said they celebrate. Like, when one of us dies and shit, they fucking celebrate. They have fucking parties and shit. Hey, Rose. Yeah, goofball. Oh, shit. Let me see this. Has anybody heard from Erica or Rain since, well, I haven't heard from Rain in a minute, but anybody heard from Erica since last night? Or Rain? Nice work on the motorcycle guy. Oh, yeah. Man. I thought, excuse me, it's legitimate. I thought it was from, go ahead of me, but they drive so fast. Yeah, and that sound, and that can throw you off. Like, just a quick jerk of the steering wheel, anything can fucking be fatal for everybody. No, Erica. But I hope she's doing good, man. I hope she's doing alright. I haven't heard from Erica or Ryan. I definitely hope they're doing good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that for sure. That's something that I heard. Somebody came on the channel and said that. Like, they have parties and fucking celebrate and shit when the TI dies. That must be when the big check is gonna roll in if that's true. Yeah, that's some bullshit. That's an agenda based thing right there. Making men sterile. And the way shit's going, hmm it's gonna be real bad. Really bad. Definitely manufactured. Yeah, definitely. Huh? Right where you are, you told me before, but you don't have to say. Huh? Dent your face. Get hit by a plastic car. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember I was reading in a book, somewhere in a book, that if you drop a penny from the top of what was it, the Empire State Building, if you drop a penny from the top of the Empire State Building and it lands on somebody's head, that you'll open their head up with that shit. I don't know how true that is, but it definitely came out of a book. Nappy, where she's from. I'm not sure. I think Alabama. If you're talking about Erica, I think Alabama or something like that. Anything moving high enough speed is freaking bullet. Is a freaking bullet. Okay. I'm 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 in Vacaville. Oh, that's not that far away. You have to tell me I know first. Okay. Was in Richmond, California before. Oh wow. That is one place I wouldn't want to be targeted. It's hard enough to survive in that motherfucker as a regular fucking civilian, let alone being a targeted individual. That's a place. That's a place where I think you would get in a lot of physical fights with your fucking perps. Legitimate. Sorry about that. it, it wouldn't be your fault. Like they would fucking initiate the fight. But they just had a thing. They just had to stop all space weapons. Space weapons out there. They signed a bill to stop people from using space weapons on people. But I don't know if they honor that shit. I don't know if they honor that shit, but there was a actually there's this dude targeted since '94, I believe. He has a podcast, and it was on his podcast. It's on one of my lives, actually. It was on his podcast, and we were listening to it. Yeah, Campbell's like right next door. Campbell is like from where I'm at right now, probably like 20 minutes. Right, very small. Unpaired. Well, at work made it spread. Now I have to. Split your wig, twist your skull cap back, leave you scraping gravel off your tongue. Was that the penny? I am per a dent in my windshield, but while at the work. Oh wow, the cracks. I was just there's this commercial that comes on my like sometimes it comes on a YouTube, and you know it's expensive to get your windshield replaced, but they got this stuff. It's like liquid glass or something. You just put it on your car or your phone or whatever glass that's cracked, and it I don't know how it does it, but it mends it back together. It seals the crack and like takes it away. Nevertheless, like if they're doing shit like that, just you gotta excuse me, it's legitimate. You gotta pay extra. You gotta pay extra fucking attention. You feel me? Especially like when you're driving, because that's like one of the most unsafest times of your life. I know it doesn't seem like it because we survive and we've survived so long on the road, but all it takes is somebody else's fuck up, and that could twist up the. It's like the lottery. And then some of these perks and shit, like they're fucking young and they be fucking trying to cut you off in those fucking Hellcats and shit. Like, you feel me? They hire anybody. Nobody has any type of discipline, no discipline, no nothing. It's whoever's willing to fucking do the job. Might as well mow a fucking lawn or something. Have a paper out. Have a paper out. Amy Lee. Amy Lee. Have you guys checked out have you guys heard of I don't know, I'm gonna wait till this plane go by. Have you guys heard of RTTI New York or Nigel Nicholson? They got like good information on their channels. Nigel Nicholson, RTTI New York, and I believe it's no Scott Snitcher, Scott Snit, Scott Snitzer or Snitzer, Snitz. Ugh, I can't. Snitzer, Snitzer. They got some good information on those channels, especially like on how the neural monitoring and shit works. It's another one too. I think his name is Gangstalk. Born there is quiet now. Sometime have died in jail or moved. It's quiet now. Oh, you talking about it? Oh, is that for real? Richmond? In Richmond? I remember like I think it was like it was either the early '80s. Well, not really the early '80s. I think it was like the late '90s, late '80s, early '90s. It, probably early night. No, I'm not sure, but I remember a train tipped over, and it was agenda based. Now that I think about it, a train tipped over. It was an army. It was an army train, and it was like it was full of crates and guns. Like if you guys like do the research on it, like if you look back on it, like it'll tell you the exact time frame and shit. But um, military train that flipped over in Richmond and fucking on the trains back I don't know about now, but back then the trains they just to keep them closed they had a little seal, like a little, you could just snap that shit off and open up the train. And they thought it was like goods and shit, like TVs and shit like that, but it turned out to be like all fucking military weapons and shit. And the whole fucking Richmond had fucking guns, like out, like they had grenades, they had like they had fucking missile launchers, and police weren't going, like for a long time the police weren't even going in there, like they were shooting at the police and everything. It was crazy, man. Those were crazy days. He has been targeted since the 80s. Gang stalking simulation. Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. Thinking about the guy, gang stalking simulation. He's the one that he even records them while they're doing the remote. Like, so for some way he has a way of recording them doing the neural monitoring to him. Started that space weapons. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. I don't know how. Do you think they're really honoring that shit? And that should tell people right there, if they banded it in Richmond, anybody who says that we're fucking crazy and all that shit, that tells you right there, like the fucking weapons fucking exist, man. The weapons exist. If they're banning them, they exist. baiting me, trying to get me to shoot an illegal. Yeah, definitely don't do that, bro. Don't do that. If he's targeting you and he's an illegal, just fucking report his ass. That'll hurt him more than anything else. I know that probably couldn't get him out the next day and shit, but we need to start filing terrorist reports on these motherfuckers. Fuck harassment, psychological terrorism at its finest. 100%. 100%. It's gonna be real bad when they get complete control over humanity. It's gonna be some sorry shit, man. They've already almost got complete control. Watch when it really goes down. Wait till the real deal unfolds. That filler for windshields. Yeah, it's like a liquid or something. I'm in Antioch working Fairfield. Oh, Fairfield is nice. Antioch, I never been to Antioch, but I know Fairfield. When I did go out there, it was pretty nice. Pretty nice. What's going on? Ives? Not bad, bro. Not bad. Appreciate that. Likewise. Here's Beyond Filler. No, no, no. As long as if it's not, I don't know about chips and shit, but the cracks and shit, like, I don't know. I mean, I never used the product or anything, but it was just showing on the commercial, like they drip it, like they it comes in like a Visine bottle type thing, and you drip it on the cracks and shit, and it seals them. It makes your windshield look like it never had a crack. I used to go to all the time. Fairfield, they get addicts. Definitely get addicts. Yeah, and that shit ain't cool, man. The people that they send at you, the people that they send at you with the knives and shit, a lot of them aren't mentally there, man. They've either been up for like 20, and I might be exaggerating on the days, but 20 days, um, or fucking, they're just mentally ill people, man. I know the lady that stabbed me, like, I look like I literally looked into her eyes and there was like nothing there. She was like in the zone. She was in the zone. I was like, I told her, I was like, you stabbed me? Like, I didn't believe that shit. Like, I was like, you stabbed me? And she just said, yeah, die slow, and started laughing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's a look like I'll never forget that look in her eyes. It was just like, she, maybe she was under that fucking control, that computer AI, whatever, the monitoring and neural monitoring, or just crazy or whatever. That look was fucking just like blank. Just Snitzel. Yeah, Scott. Is it Snitzel? Yeah, Scott. Scott does. He has a lot of good information. No, he just posted a couple today. I believe. I know I was looking at one. He posted a couple today. Yeah, he was. They were fucking. That they were interfering with his life. They always do. They always interfere. Like on all the videos. Like they drop people off the. They drop us off. They drop people off the calls and all types of shit. Cause they be exposing how that like they be actually like exposing like Ni- Nigel Nicholson. Nigel Nicholson like is very fucking. He's smart. Like he knows like the way that shit works. Like how it fucking. He's smart with that shit as far as knowing about the devices and how they work and the manipulation tactics and shit. And they don't like that shit. Like they don't like that shit. So they, when they do the calls and shit, they drop, like they just interfere, drop people off, fuck with the voices, fuck with the mics and shit. And then for a long time, like he couldn't do live streams either. Like they fuck with it. They fuck with his live streams. It's hella funny that you said that. What do you drink turmeric for? I got hella, I got hella bottles of this shit right here. It's turmeric. It's turmeric. Read it. It's turmeric detox. Turmeric detox. And then I got a ginger detox one. Like, yeah, that's everything. See, the turmeric ones got turmeric, ginger, cayenne, black pepper, and the and the ginger detox got ginger, cinnamon, dandelion root, and bur- burdock root. Let me see. Bioweapons, machine gun, high tech net. What was that? Um, what was it? What Yeah, Richmond was crazy. I think that one time they were like the fucking the murder capital, if I'm not mistaken. The crazy thing about it is they got the cure for it already. They're just letting motherfuckers die too. They fucking put it out there. Well, that's the reason for putting it out there, but they put it out there and they fucking sit on the cure. let a few people die, scare everybody into wanting to buy that shit, and fucking right this very moment, when we don't even know how long it's gonna be, or if that shit's even coming out here. But I guarantee you, right fucking now, if they put the fucking cure like $1,000 a shot and just stack the warehouse with that shit, within 2 days, probably within a day, people will have bought that fucking warehouse out. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And then 10 years down the road, still no fucking coronavirus. Still no fucking coronavirus. They're messing with some of your guys' comments. Didn't act. What, like he wanted you to shoot him or some shit? And I wonder if that, like, technology, well, it probably is, man. But I wonder if it's strong enough to make everybody do that shit. Like, even strong-willed people, like, to do suicidal type shit. Like something like what you said. Ran at you with a knife, like not knowing if you had a gun. Or even if thinking you had a gun. Just running at you with a knife because they wanted you to shoot them. Like, that was the purpose of running at you with the knife, like, for you to shoot them. Like, I wonder if their fucking technology is that powerful to make anybody do that. Or run into like the dude that ran into the police precinct and started shooting. Like, I wonder, was that technology, or was he just tired of these motherfuckers harassing him? That's when the world is that's when the world is really gonna go to hell. Is when they get complete control over the fucking human mind. You're gonna be seeing all types of shit just to pass laws. They're gonna be remote. They're gonna be remote controlling the hell out of motherfuckers and shit. Tell me why this dog is tired just like the TI. I don't know that they do that shit with me too. What like they want me to they it's like they don't like when I take showers or none of that shit. Like they don't like that shit. Like they fucking when I take uh well, like say I take a shower, right? Fucking have somebody come out like that's really fucking that's really fucking like almost like on their last leg, piss and shit like all over them and shit, like drinking fucking tall cans and shit with dreadlocks and fucking they be having on they don't necessarily have on the same outfit, but they have on like the same color pants, the same fucking color top. If I got a hoodie on, the same color hoodie. It's like that shit gets them mad. Like I don't understand these people, man. I don't. I think what it is like they really want to break you, and if they see that they're not really breaking you or that they got a long way to go, it just fucking pisses them off. It pisses them off, and I don't understand what the fuck. Like, how does a person's mind work like that? How do you not even worry about your own fucking life? Why are you worried about tearing somebody else's life apart? Like, shouldn't you be trying to build your own fucking life? Or if it's already built, build more on it, motherfucker. Like, don't. Why the fuck you tearing down people's lives and shit? If it's that important and you want them off the way, out the way, shit. Like you're the fucking government, just fucking kill us. Like you feel me? Just fucking fucking kill us. Don't fucking run this fucking torture shit. If it's really that fucking serious. But I guess it would really wouldn't be an experiment. It really wouldn't be an experiment if they did it like that. At that moment, arresting illegal. Yeah, probably now they won't. Probably now they got probably illegals working for them and shit, giving them green or is it green card? Yeah, green cards to fucking do this program, papers to do this program and shit. Rabbit hole after fucking rabbit hole after fucking rabbit hole after fucking rabbit hole. But we're still fucking here and guaranteed we'll be fucking jumping through some more rabbit holes. And more rabbit holes and more rabbit holes before we even get close to fucking figuring out half of this program. Hey, TIT, man. Appreciate that. Likewise, bro. Escalon, California. Escalon. Is that like that's like near LA? I be a lot of people from Richmond moved to the area. Yeah, it's bad out in Sacramento. Yeah, it's well, it is bad. I guess from the outside looking, it's bad. Yeah, but not. Like it is definitely bad in Sacramento, but like Richmond was just like a whole nother level of bad. If you talking about, I've never been targeted in Richmond. I'm just talking about like I've been out there before, and when I was going out there, it wasn't good. And that was back when like people were getting like just killed for nothing, like people just for nothing. Those I want to be hard. You step on my shoes, I kill you. Just I kill you for anything. I kill you for anything type shit. Any house parties, any of that shit, don't go. That was back in those days. Don't go to nobody's house party, cause there will be a fatality, guaranteed. You might slip by in a barbecue at like a park. If it's some kids or something, you might get away with that. But house parties or anything like that, stay away from. But as far as targeting, Sacramento is, mm, I don't want to say worse than here because here is a different level of targeting. The targeting is different. Like it's two different targeting. In Sacramento, it's more of a they want to get you on some other shit. Like they want to get like they really want to fuck your life up. Not only do they want to get you locked up, but they want to get you locked up for some weird shit. They want to try and get you locked up for some fucking weird shit, like fucking with kids or fucking just like they want to be able to throw your ass on that fucking um, what's that shit called? The app where you can see the fucking whatever. The Predator app. They want to get you on that Predator shit. Once you get on that Predator shit, you're not safe nowhere. You're not safe nowhere as a target, but that's just fucking. It's crazy, man. And it's almost like it's almost like they really want that shit to happen. Like, you know, you get like you could see the experiment in it. Like you could see the sickness in this fucking experiment. Like, they keep a person away from, having fucking, like fucking, relations and shit like regular people do, They keep a person from doing that and try like to bring some type of weird ass fucking animal or some instinct out that's gonna make that person want to, either fuck with kids or do some weird shit like that. You feel me? It's almost like they're trying to pull that out of you and shit. Like what the fuck, man? Like what type of sick fucking minds are these people have, man? Fucking sick, fucking bastards, dude. Fucking having dudes with beards and shit, dressing fucking skirts and shit with their long hair, fucking with their backs turned to you and shit. And then they was like they want it's like they want you to be checking the motherfucker out and shit. You check them and if you're not knowing, you just looking maybe if you're not knowing, you all you see is a dress and fucking long hair and somebody with their back turned to you and shit. You feel me? You're not knowing if that's a dude or a fucking woman. I mean, you're not knowing that's a fucking dude. You're thinking that's a woman. That's gonna be your first instinct is that a fucking woman. And then, you carry on about your business and that motherfucker turns around and looks at you and he got a full fucking grown beard and fucking, just acting crazy, talking to himself and shit. Like, what type of fucking sick minds think of this shit? Like that's very fucking sick mind. You have to be on some type of medication, man. Or you just fucking I don't know, man. You have to be on another planet, man. I think we got sucked in by to a different dimension, gravitational pull or some shit. Hey, what's going on, D-Ray? Yeah, not bad. I was injected in my arm with a drug early this morning. What was it? What was the shot for? Injected in my arm with a drug early. Oh, you don't know what it was? Any pantless freaks lately? Nah, nah, not lately. Not lately. Thank goodness. Man, they do that little dude so wrong, man. That little mentally ill dude that they be playing dress up with, putting them in fucking dresses, and like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like that dude, the mentally ill dude. Like, but he don't be fucking standing. They know what they're doing. The ones that fucking be standing with their fucking backs turned to you with the long hair and the beards and shit. But they be dressing this little dude like this dude is fucking. He's out there. He's fucking like maybe 45 or something like that, but he has the mind of like a fucking 8-year-old and shit. Literally. And they fucking dressed this dude up in fucking skirts and fucking Put purses on him and shit. Like, I got 3 different videos that they've dressed this dude up in different fucking women garb. Not as in women's clothes are garbage, but I'm just saying, like, they dressed this little dude up in, like, women's clothes and shit, garments and shit. Like, how do you fucking take somebody that fucking doesn't understand anything and do that shit to them? And you're supposed to be fucking taking care, like, you're supposed to be protecting this person. Like, what? And this dude is in one of those houses, where they're supposed to fucking be protected. Like, that dude shouldn't even be outside. Like, he shouldn't be walking around or none of that shit. Like, he should literally have somebody, like, he be having black eyes and shit. Like, people be like, he gets his little money and shit, and all the other, like, mentally ill people, because his house is full of, like, his houses that are full of mentally ill people. And fucking, like, they're Victorian houses, so they pack a lot of fucking mentally ill people in them. And they let the mentally ill people choose if they wanted to take their fucking pills or not. Like, and they fucking just, they set them out to fucking roam the streets and shit. Like, they don't care if they roam the streets at fucking 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and shit. Fucking, they just pull up, offer dude a candy bar. Hey, put this on, I'll give you a candy bar. Go stand next to him. You feel me? That type of shit. Taking advantage of those type of people, man. It's fucked up, man. That's some evil fucking shit, man. Fuck. I mean, just aside, like, fuck the targeting and shit. Like, if you're gonna target, man, if you're gonna target people, use people that know what the fuck they're getting get themselves into. Don't use some fucking mentally ill dude who fucking gets beat up for his fucking $5 by the other mentally ill people. Like, you feel me? Other the other, like, this dude, like, I feel sorry for him, man. And, like, when I say black eyes, man, this dude be having some black eyes, man. And it's always around this, like, the first of the month. Like, they get like that check, and they cash them out. They give them, like, they don't give them all their money at once. They give them, like, little amounts of money at a time and shit. Maybe like $5 or $6, and they go to 7-Eleven and they go spend up their money and shit. Like, they literally be bullying, they be bullying each other and shit. And it is what it is. Like, that's it. But if you're gonna be stacking people in houses like that, you should take care of them properly. Like, they should be properly monitored. Fucking slumlord, fucking piece of shit. And those houses are everywhere. Like, when I say there's crazy people, like mentally ill people, like, they can utilize lots of fucking houses, man. There's a lot of damn near all them Victorians. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them Victorian houses are fucking mentally ill people. If they cure cancer, oh yeah, exactly. That's why they kill. That's why they kill most natural doctors and shit, because they don't want they don't want the shit to get out. Just like that Nipsey thing, like, Nipsey was gonna, like, he was gonna step on a lot of people's toes. They say it was just because that dude, he called that dude a snitch, but that's fucking bullshit. You don't get shot fucking military style, or that was fucking. He was guided on how to shoot him. Like they wanted him dead. They wanted to make sure like he wasn't gonna come back alive. Cause he was gonna do a documentary on Dr. Sebi, and then he was gonna give everybody like, the knowledge of like he had spoke with the family, and like, he was, man, it's gonna help a lot of people, and they couldn't have that. On top of the fact that he's creating jobs for a lot of the people who getting out of jail and shit, he's giving them jobs and opportunities and shit, and trucing up gangs and shit, making gang. He's got gangs making truces and shit with each other. That stops the flow of money. Like there's no more organ trafficking for the doctors. The mortuaries are falling out of money. The police ain't getting as many people in jail. That's stepping on everybody's fucking toes. There's this one dude that made a car that can run off water, and they went to him immediately. They went to that dude immediately and was like, "You can, you cannot fucking these are will not be manufactured, my friend. You won't be manufacturing these cars." Damn, man, that's what are they like breaking into your house and doing this will be in time, or like how are they fucking? Have you ever thought about getting a dog, or like Chihuahuas are good if you want to be alerted. If you want to be alerted, Chihuahuas are good. You just gotta prepare yourself to be alerted at everything. And once they start, they don't shut up. Oh, Nappy, I see Strong Minded's in here. Will be in time. I don't know. Today's the day after Valentine's. Some of them might be with their Valentine. You didn't get what you asked for. Yeah, definitely. They have people not from this country, and that's what I mean. Like even for them, it's so much easier for them to do it. Like they don't. I mean, they'll do it to their own, but like doing it to somebody else is really doesn't give a. They really don't give a fuck. I get a lot of Indians that do it. The Indians like to rub on themselves, especially like the 7-Eleven motherfuckers and shit. they fucking be rubbing on themselves, and it's like, damn, I can't really say nothing to them because I don't want to fuck it up. Like I like, I'll say something to them, and like they got like, you know, Indian culture, they got like tempers and shit. Like they got, they got real bad tempers and shit. And then you say something to them, they fucking pop off with an attitude. Like it just doesn't. It's not worth getting into an attitude. Like, they grab baseball bats from behind the counter and all types of shit and kick you out the store and like you don't want to deal with that shit. And then I have to drive way fucking across town to fucking go to the store and shit. That's why I stopped. That's really why I stopped fucking, you know, scaring my perps inside the store and shit because it was pissing like the store clerks would let them do their little bullshit, but when I did my little bullshit, they would fucking be like, "Hey," pop off with an attitude and shit. I'd be like, "I'm coughing, man. People have been coughing around me all damn day." It was like, "What do you expect? I'm catching a cold." They'd be like, "Well, go cough outside." Go cough outside. Meanwhile, I got motherfuckers whistling and fucking coughing all over the fucking place simultaneously and shit. Uh, yeah, but they get the Indians, they like touching themselves. Asians get a lot of Asians. Mexicans, a lot of Mexicans, but that's just probably because it's predominantly, you know. Well, I won't say it. There's like this is predominantly Mexicans, but there's it's pretty integrated. Like it's pretty much a lot of different races out here. Like there's many different races. Like the San Jose is many different races. I can say. I mean, You gotta search for black people. You gotta search for the black people. Uh, But you know, other than that, I mean, there's black people out here not like that. But I would say like percentage wise, like black people are like the lowest percentage out here. Yep, y'all heard a perp say, I love this shit. It seems like they do. It seems like they do. Yeah, they definitely keep us isolated. Hey, what's going on, Ray? I am. Handlers recruit gang members and misfits to be, but in reality, yeah, yeah, both sides are being controlled, basically, them and us. My sister and her friend conjured the Zozo demon in 208 with on the Ouija board, and I started getting there. What's the Zozo demon? What's the Zozo? What's the Zozo? Ugh. What's the Zozo demon? You bullshit nerds, bro. You playing around? You be playing a lot. I don't know about the Zozo demon. Nappy, I believe the injection in my arm is what keeps me from sleeping. Like, how are like? That's what I mean. Like, are they breaking into your house? Like, how are you getting these shots? Yeah, the weather. Hey, Shalom, Edward. Edward. Not bad, man. Hope all is well with you. How do you do, like, how can you, like, how, that's kind of spooky, Whoopi and Tom. Like, you think they live in your attic? Like, do you hear it creaking? Like, do you hear it creaking and shit when you You know, when you be downstairs or wherever, you know, or under your attic, do you ever hear it creaking and shit? If it's legal for you to get a gun, I would get a gun. Go grab about 10, 10 cans of bug bomber and put that shit all, let them all off at the same time in the attic and fucking smoke them out. And shoot every last one of the motherfuckers that come out your attic. Yeah, I think all people should have if you can legally own one. I think all people should own a gun. Alright, I gotta pass up some comments because they're fucking with it. Okay. Nappy, what was yelling at those people? Yelling at those people. Oh, at the recycle center? Nah, I wasn't yelling. I was just coughing really loud. I mean, I know you know what you're doing and all, but that's kind of dangerous. If you know they're in your house, like that's dangerous. They could stick something in you to have you unconscious, and God forbid, but have their way with you or anything. Like, it's that's really a dangerous situation. I mean, at least like you don't have like no. Well, yeah, you probably can't trust anybody like that. Everything is fine now, bro. Rest in my. That's good to hear, Ed. It's good to hear, bro. If I'm passing up some of your guys' comments, it's because they're fucking them up. I think, well, that would come up to a lot of money probably, but fuck, man. I would live in it. See, if I thought some shit like that, I would live in a fucking trailer park or something. I would live in something, and I know those houses, those are probably easier to get into and shit, but like it's not like they don't have the keys to your house and shit. But at least a trailer park, at least in a trailer, like you can walk through that motherfucker and you know for a fact nobody's in that shit. But it's no fucking attics, it's no basements, it's no fucking crawl spaces in the closet to go under the house. It's no none of that shit. Get some fucking cameras. But I would definitely get out of that situation. You're brave. You're brave for sure. book of Enoch. Check the attic, only one person. Someone is in the attic. Move the light canister so they can see. Oh shit! You told the police that, and that's what they said to you. Yeah, you're in Oakland too, man. That's Hey, what's going on, Tip? Yeah, that's a tough one. It will be in time, but you're still here, so that's a blessing. I, I don't know. I was just inquiring about that. I hope she's all right. Her, her, her and Rain. Haven't heard from Check out Uzi Kufer. Who's Uzi? Who's Uzi Kufer? You got T-Mobile? Yeah, I got T-Mobile. Excuse me, that's legitimate. Yeah, the Twilight Zone. See the Perk Squad? That's just a piece of the line of them right there, but that's a lot of the perks right there. The motorhomes and shit. All perks. They be running in and out with their fucking bikes and all types of shit. All fucking confidential informants. Probably fucking witness protected and all types of shit. Nah, I didn't know that you talking to me about him being MC Kill. Mm-mm. MC Kill, I'll check it out. Yeah, definitely. I've heard that he's still alive, but I've heard Elvis is still alive. Hmm. But they had some good, like they had some good footage, not knowing if it's photoshopped or not. But they had some footage of Tupac or somebody that looked like him. There's a lot of people in the world that look like Tupac. Though. I remember this is some years and years and years back, but they had a lot of, like Tupac lookalikes on fucking. There was this TV show called Jenny Jones, Jenny Jones, and fucking they used to have a lot of lookalike contests in there. Yeah, this program is just fucked up. Technology has fucked up the world. All the technology that does harm to us, they present it to us as good, and so we want that shit. And then you know, the fucking features on the technology be so good, like we don't even care if that shit harms us. Like just imagine, like we know for a fact that these cell phones cook our brains, and you know they spit out radiation. They're not good. They give people cancer. They give, you know, these phones are like dangerous items, and we fucking handle these phones 24/7 on Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Like we blast Bluetooth all through our car. Like this is all shit coming through us and shit. And we don't, you know, we can't see that shit. Or we see it, but you know, we just don't. We don't care because the features on the phone are just that great that we're willing to take the Wi-Fi and all the radiation and all the bullshit that comes with it. And then we convince ourselves that, oh, well, it's just a little bit, so it's not gonna harm us. Yet we got this shit around us 24/7. 24/7. It's like having a fucking radiation patch. Like the cigarette patches, it's like carrying around a fucking radiation patch. So slowly but surely, you're getting the effects of radiation. Slowly but fucking surely, that shit is going into your system, just like the nicotine patches. But the features, man, the features, that's where it's at. You get YouTube, you get to play video games, like they put everything. They want this patch, like this is their number one killer right here. People popping up with cancer, tumors and shit all over the place, telling themselves it's because they're not eating right, not even thinking about this big ass cancer patch they've been toting around for, you know, however many years. And depending on the upgrades, they just fucking upgraded the fucking. You know, they just upgraded the cancer patch. You feel me? 5G comes, that's gonna be one hell of a cancer patch. Talk about tumors. Talk about fucking tumors. I think Oregon pay more for recycling. Checking the weed is way cheaper. Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I'll look into it as well. But yeah, man. Wait, is that where all those fucking Oregon? Is that where all the Freemasons are? Or not Freemasons, but that's like a Mormon town, ain't it? Like the people that be riding on the bikes. Those people are fucking big gang stalkers. Yeah, a lot of people aren't getting them. True that. Heavy purping and gang stalking in Washington. Yeah. I know it's gonna follow me, but I want it to be as minute. Wherever I go, I want it to be as minute as fucking possible. I think doing it. I think like camp. I'm thinking campgrounds, man. I'm thinking campgrounds, cause that way I can fucking just go ice. I can get the hell away from everybody. Pick your own little spot, your vicinity, and somebody like it. I'll be in the van. It's not like I'm gonna be pitching tents and shit. So somebody comes and fucking does their little shit next to me, I can fucking just find a different spot and bounce. I mean, depending on if there's targeting. If I notice any targeting bullshit. Okay, cool. Um, I'm not. I don't. I don't want to say. I don't want to say. I don't want to. I mean, it's fucked. I mean, I would say not to. If she did anything to herself, like it's already done, and eventually, like they'll find her. But if she didn't do anything to herself, I think like that would be bad. That would be a bad thing because all it takes is for somebody to report on you, that type of shit, and then it doesn't matter what she tells them, that they're gonna still take her in for evaluation, and then it's no telling what they fucking. It's a tough decision. Like I guess you would have to go with like I guess you would have to go with like what you feel inside, cause in a way, no, I mean in a way, that's a tough one. But if it was me and I had to make that choice, I probably wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want them, like if she didn't do anything to herself, I wouldn't want her to get snatched into that system. Well, I know somebody. I remember somebody telling her to contact them. They had some land or something. I believe they said. So maybe she went there. Um, I don't know. I tried calling and she didn't answer. So I don't know, man. I hope she's all right. Yeah, I would just say go with your instinct, man. But yeah, that's tough. That is her land, Nappy. Her land. No, somebody. It was somebody else that said they had land, and they said they told her to, to call them or contact them. I hope she's all right. Actually, I believe it was it? No, I think it was Preston that told her to contact him or something like that. Then Preston, didn't you tell her she could come stay with you or something like that? Oh yeah, that's a good way to do it too, right there. Check the jail. But I think you have to. Do you have to have the last name? Does it her last name? Does anybody have her last name? Yeah. Then on top of that, if you, I believe if you check to see if anything has happened to her, they'll let you know. Uh, Erica, on here, like that's probably her real name. A phone tree. I'm not sure how that works. Will be in time. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was. He was. He was not too long ago. Nah, but usually, like if well, I don't know. I don't think if you do it by the computer, but if something has happened to her and they found her, like if you uh, ask about her being in jail, they might be like, nah, she's whatever. Oh, we got a terrorist just hanging out in the middle of the street. No stop sign there. Oh, we got one headlight. Look at that. You see that? You see the terrorist with one headlight? Fucking piece of shit. And I believe that one headlight might have been him signaling one of his fucking junkie goons. Perp cops, man. Perp cops. That's like a cop is like a albino roach. Like the one headlight cops are like albino roaches. You got all these roaches, and then it's very rare that you see a fucking albino or fucking. It's very rare that you see a one headlight cop. Those are the albino roaches. I think roaches got a little more dignity though. That motherfucker brighten the shit out of me. Hey, what's going on, Susan? Oh yeah, they got those out here too. They're not called that though, but they got a lot of community police that driving those little that look like ticket cars, the ticket people cars, like county cars and shit with police lights. Community, what is this? Community police. Bunch of volunteers, mainly senior citizens and shit. much going on here, just surviving. Not bad, not bad. Good to hear you're still surviving though. One day at a time. Waiting on 300 grams of pure silver this week. Getting gold fever badly this year. And pretty soon you're gonna be the man. Happy. Nappy, when you got stabbed and the cops came in, all that you did, you mentioned gang stalking, so it got documented. No, I didn't mention gang stalking. What I did mention was the one headlight. I did mention that. I was still in the, I was still unsure about how, like, a lot of things I was unsure because I was still stuck, like, on the, like, I had to separate this fucking program from the streets. Like, I have to realize, like, this program ain't the streets. Like, it's like, this is a whole different ball game. And back then I was, like, straddling the fence on it because like, I know, like, it's not, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just had to separate the situation from the streets and realize, like, you're not gonna, this isn't the same, basically. But I did point out that the car had one headlight. I wanted to document that for sure. It's almost like they, it's almost like they were mad because the day before, uh, not the day before, probably like a week before, I just got jumped. I got jumped by like six of them, three dudes, or it's either six. I know it was two girls, and the rest were dudes, and like they were the front. I remember three of them coming. I remember like they were packed in that motherfucker like sardines. I remember like three of them came out the front, and one came out the store. Two came out. Yeah, it was six. Two came out. It was two girls in the back seat. A dude came out the store, and like three people came out and they jumped the shit out of me. Cause dude had he sideswiped my car or my van, and I'm like let me get your let me get your your fucking your insurance and shit. he was like, you're gonna make me give you my insurance for that. I'm like, I'm not finna pay for that fucking dent. You're out of your fucking mind. You feel me? And next thing you know, he got a little bit louder, and as soon as he got louder, they started unpacking out of the car. Fucking girl, the fucking girl, this was she was a pretty decent sized girl. She grabbed me by my fucking dreadlocks and fucking just yanked me. I'm facing dude and I'm fucking talking to her. I mean, I'm facing dude and I'm talking to dude. You feel me? And she comes from behind me and just fucking wraps my fucking dreadlocks in her fucking hand and just fucking yanks me and shit. And like the way 7-Eleven is built is they got this fucking little, it's like a little tiny step, like, not, well, it's like a curb, a step that you step up to go inside the door, like, you step up on the curb and then you walk, and it's like a sidewalk thing. Anyways, I tripped over, I tripped over that. Next thing you know, fucking, like, all I seen was hella fucking fists and fucking yanking my fucking hair out. Like, by the time it was all said and done, I ran to the van and grabbed the fuck, like I was ready to let them, but they took off. Like, I grabbed the fucking machete and fucking ran towards them, but they had took off. And then the fucking 7-Eleven dude said, "You should cut them. You should cut them." Oh man. And then, anyways, the police and the ambulance and shit, they came and they was trying to take me to the fucking doctors and shit. And I was like, nah, I gotta get back to research. Because I knew they were gonna tow that exactly what they did when I got stabbed. They were gonna tow the car or tow the van. They fucking take my dogs to fucking, to the dog pound. Then I gotta fucking spring my dogs out of the dog pound. Then I gotta fucking spring this fucking van out. And it's just gonna be a big ass fucking headache. So I was like, I refused them. I was like, nah, I'm alright. I gotta get back to, I gotta get back to recycling. Like my scalp was bleeding, all types of shit. Like they were questioning me. They were questioning me on who the people were, and like I don't know, I don't know who you're talking about. You go look at the cameras. They got cameras here. See, I was doing shit like that, just straddling the fence, and not, and I know being in this program, I definitely got to break out of that shit because it's not gonna get me anywhere. The people that jumped me, hell yeah, hell yeah, they were definitely perps. In the beginning when I first got my vehicle, that's what they were doing. They were doing a lot of fucking, like, when I back out, they back out at the same time and try and make me hit them, and then they come out and ask me for my insurance and shit. But then I would fucking, like a couple of times I brought the camera out and I filmed exactly where the cars were and all that. And like when I did that, as soon as I did that shit, they backed off and shit. Like they backed off. They'd say shit like, "Oh, it's not really that bad. I got an uncle that repairs. It's not real. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." Whenever I brought the camera out and filmed the locations of the car and how the shit happened, or not how it happened, but just the locations and the positions, like they would back off and shit. you know, I always get out and I'd say, "Oh, don't worry, don't." They'd be like, "What are you taking pictures for?" And I'd be like, "Oh, no, no, don't worry. It's just for my protection. It's just for my protection." It's just for my protection. But you know, that's what they do. They try, and I noticed they do that. They do that shit a lot. Like, you know, try and get little minor shit done. Like, try and get me to do little minor shit to their car, something that they could probably take off their self and you know, what is that shit? Insurance scam the shit out of me. And it would always be like old cars too, like 1989 Toyota Corollas and shit like that. I mean, have you ever talked to another female TI will be in time that's living by herself? Like, have you ever thought about um like moving in and sharing rent, like being roommates and shit? I mean, that would be a lot safer. It's just finding that targeted individual, the right one. But you know, I think for women TIs, that's, you know, I know you want your own space and your own privacy and shit, but you know that space and that privacy could be, you know, the wrong the wrong thing to be worrying about right now. You ever roll joints or just zigzag rap? I just roll zigzag. I've tried joints, but I can't, like, for some reason any of the every single joint that I roll, like, it's like either pregnant. Like if I roll them like really 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 thin, like I can do it, but like trying to roll a joint or like a regular size joint, I can't fucking do it. I can't do it. Or if I do, if like I do it, but like I can roll it, but as far as getting it to smoke, like it won't fucking smoke, or else whenever I light it, it'll run. It'll run. I think the weed just it has too much of it. It's too sticky. Like it's, you know, I th- joints is for like Kush or something like that. I think Nappy 3 days before the mentally ill woman happened. The clown car jump. Yeah. Well, it was 3 days. 3 days. Yeah, it was somewhere around that time period. It was like within a week. Within a week's time period. Yep, it was like a clown car. Like they came. Oh man, that's crazy. But for all that people, all those people, I think that girl the only one. You know, I came out with fucking scratches and shit on my elbow and shit from the concrete. But other than that, like that girl's the only one that did any type of real damage. Like I was sore, but as far as any bruises and marks, the only thing was that girl ripped out some of my fucking That girl ripped out some of my dreadlocks and shit. Like, had my scalp bleeding and shit. Like, she ripped out like 4 or 5 fucking dreadlocks. Fucking worthless. Like, they can't even fucking. That's how worthless they are. Fucking gang stalkers. Like, they can't even. Fucking 6 people, man. And they should have did more damage. To be honest, those six motherfuckers should have caused more damage than the lady with the knife. The lady that stabbed me, like, I should be having some type of brain damage. Fucking walking around here talking to myself and all types of shit. At least a fucking wired jaw. There's a T.I. girl in San Antonio. Her channel is Lindsay Baldwin. What happened to the lady in Ireland? Cops resting her. You tried top papers? Um, Probably a long time. Like, I've done it like that shit long, maybe as a kid, but I don't know. It just seems like weed wasn't as sticky, but like I could roll joints back in the days, but like weed wasn't as sticky as it is today. Like, it was rare that you found like some sticky weed. Like, most of that shit was like Bammer. That shit would burn perfect. Like, I could roll perfect joints with that shit. No runs and nothing. That would be ideal, but finding another TI is few and in between that trust. I don't mind my space and sharing rent is so expensive. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely someone out there, man. Um, I mean, there would have to be somewhere. There's definitely got to be somebody out there. You sure she was not a guy dressed up as a female? Nah, this was a female. This was a female. She was just big. She was big boned. Like, she wasn't necessarily like, you know, she was just big boned, like Samoan or some shit. Like, that type of, she was just big. And once you get the fucking, once she had my fucking hair, my hair wrapped in her fucking hand, like, that's, it didn't, it didn't take much. All I know is my fucking neck popped back and I was sitting on my fucking ass. Oh shit. Like that's crazy. Oh man. She took her one of her paws. She had she had her hand like balled up. And by then like I had already like, once I saw them start fucking, surrounding, I had already had my face and shit covered and shit, but like I seen like between the little crack of me, like defending my face and shit, I seen her come down with like not even a punch, like a jackhammer, like she she hammered down and caught I don't know what that's called, my back, my forearms, like she caught my forearms with her fucking, you know, her little jackhammer move. Like if that shit would have hit, like she was, if that shit would have came down on my face, she would have definitely broke my nose. Like that's if she would have definitely broke my nose. I'd have had two black eyes. Like I'd have. Oh shit, she came down hard. I know that like that was like my forearm, or like the back of your, you know, your not your forearm, the not forearms, but whatever that shit is on the other side of your forearm. It's like the top of your fucking arm. Like that shit was sore. It felt like Charlie horses and shit. For like a couple of days, that shit was like I had a Charlie horse in my fucking arm. And then everything else, I just felt kicking. I felt kicking and stomping and shit. But that shit didn't really even hurt. Like, I was sore afterwards and shit. I was I was sore afterwards. I was just waiting for that shit to be over with. I didn't want to try and like get up or none of that shit because that's just fuck that. Just finish doing doing what you gotta do. And just hope you don't come out with no weapons and shit. Like what's up, Minority Report? People that use yellow line paper to roll tobacco, a strong addiction. Remember that commercial with it? Yeah, yeah. I'm even guilty. Like in jail, like I've done that shit. Like people bring tobacco in and fucking there's no papers and shit, and you go and that shit. I quit doing that shit because it smells just like that shit leaves you smelling like fucking burning paper. Literally, like you smell like burnt fucking paper. uh, just got my med card in Hawaii. Got 8 plans going. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I thought about growing for myself, man, but I don't know how to do that shit. And then you can't really do that shit in the back of a van. That's I'm Samoan. Yeah, then you know what I'm talking. You know like how the yeah. So you already know. You know like some of those Samoan girls, man. They're and then they've been raised by they've been raised by their big brothers and shit. Like they're no joke. There's no joke. But she wasn't the girl that fucking yanked my braid. She wasn't Samoan. She was just like she was built like a Samoan girl. She was just like, big like that. My sister beat up a killer. See? Yeah. I'm saying that girl was stronger than any of those dudes, hands down. Like she was like, she out of that whole pack, she was probably running shit. I'm telling you, because I could, like, they were kicking me and everything. I could barely feel the kicks, though. Like, the kicks weren't, like I felt them, but they didn't hurt. Like, they weren't until afterwards. Like, the next day, I felt that shit all over my body. But at the time, the only thing that really hurt was her fucking coming down on my fucking arms like that and fucking my fucking scalp and shit. Like she caused the most pain. I'd rather be homeless was once before living in a place. Uh, yes, we had crazy good weed in Washington for decades. No such thing as swag. But quality, clients, and stuff. Yeah, that's no more competition. Before cannabis clubs, people would go all over. Like, people would come to California from different states and shit. Or, just people would come all get their weed from all different kinds of places and shit. Just for the competition. Fucking people had some of the best marijuana laboratories in the fucking world. Like, they were putting together all types of fucking spraying their shit with all types of chemicals and she's got you covered. She got you covered. 5 acres. Damn, that's a lot of acres. Oh, 3 acres. 3 acres. Still, that's a lot. 5 months ago before Portland. Damn. 3 acres at 30 for $39,000. That's fucking a beautiful deal. Yeah, she was she yeah, she was pretty stocky. I don't I don't know about a reptilian though, but she was just stocky. She was just, big boned. Oh yeah, 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 for sure. For sure. Like, and I would definitely come down for food. Like, I would go to fucking, you know, get food and shit. I'm not really a great cook, but I can put together some good sandwiches and shit. I'm a professional sandwich maker. Boiled noodles. Let's see. What's going on, Chaser? God, Chaser. I got 20. in the game. That's man, 20 solar panels. Oh yeah, that's power. Yeah, let me get this. The mainstream artist made album called War Gang Stalkers and it has millions of views. It's sick. Name is Rusty Cash. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. It's a mainstream artist. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Mm-mm. 200 cigarettes. Faraday cage. You mean you mean Nappy? Play the radio anymore these days or the podcast? No, um, I do. I just try and a lot of the music that I listen to, it's still it's I don't. They say disrespectful things like I don't want. Some people feel uncomfortable. Oh, okay, 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 okay. My bad, my bad. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Just yeah. I don't want to offend anybody. And the podcast, I'll start doing that again. I just haven't really, I haven't really been on any podcast lately or anything. I think that's what my next channel. What my next channel is gonna be is like those videos that those videos that I put together with the little thing. I'm just gonna find like all everything that I can about the neural monitoring and all, just anything that has to do with our situation, and I'll post it on that channel. Podcasts, fucking meetings and shit, like targeted individual meeting, all types of shit like that. Their little whatever you call it, where they do those conferences and they have panels and shit. No, yeah, some of the music like I notice it's only like when it's like like a lot of commercial artists. Anything with the whatever that shit's called. Yeah, anything copyrighted. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Targeted it since 1994. He's a good dude. He's got good information. Good podcast. That's a good podcast. What do you mean he's gone? He doesn't do it podcast no more? He's ex-military too. His channel got deleted. Oh wow. Well, he's definitely got a podcast. So he's that I gotta check on his podcast. He definitely has a podcast. YouTube ain't playing like YouTube ain't playing. They want everything to be like fucking regular TV. All agenda based. Oh, okay, I gotta check that out. Yeah, it's sad, man. YouTube used to be for the people, by the well, I won't say by the people, but it used to be for the people at least. And fucking slowly but surely, the infiltration just fucking people were becoming too knowledgeable. People were learning too much. People were learning a lot, finding out a lot, understanding a lot, putting a lot of shit together. Terrorists hitting corners on me. Very, very sad story. Oh yeah. One of these days. Like like literally, if you think about it, we're beyond traumatized. They've already fucking put such an imprint in our brains that if this program was to stop today completely, no covertness or no none of that shit, just stop completely, that we would still be fucked up. Like we would literally, even if we knew, like even though we knew this program had ended, like we'd still be fucked up. These motherfuckers gotta pay for that shit, man. But unfortunately, they will never get to see the light of reparation for their bullshit. If you repent, never know. That's what we need to do. We need to put up a website. We need to put up a website with all perp addresses, their fucking license plate numbers, all that shit. And do our own fucking background checks on them and shit and see what the fuck they've ever been locked up for and all that shit. Get their license plate number, their fucking, get their name from the license plate, fucking run a check on them, a background check. And I know it's a lot of perverts, so a lot of sex offenders doing this shit. And fucking just walk next to, take the fucking picture to all the make copies and fucking post their pictures up everywhere. And fucking go to war. Let's go to war, motherfuckers. We can do this shit. We'll do this. We'll be telling the truth, though. Fucking post their fucking pictures everywhere. Yeah, definitely don't get chipped willfully. Yeah, that fucked up all your comments now. You can't see shit. Pause. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I can't see if you guys writing anything to me. I can't see it. They blanked out everything. So if I don't catch you guys later, you guys have a good night, good morning, and all that shit. Don't let these weirdos get to you.